this form, they will get a confirmation email with the same information. And that's the only email they'll get from the autoresponder. This is kind of covert. You think about it, somebody's putting their first name and their email address in here in a comment with the CAPTCHA code, submit it for a comment. They're being put into an autoresponder. Okay. So it is kind of covert, you know. The only thing I don't like about it is everything's centered. When you center everything on a website like this up here, it makes for difficult reading. And I'll probably go in there and change this. Let's see, let me go back to Manage Blogs and come in here. Leave that centered and that. Down here at the bottom, let's see, I'll put this over to flush left. Well, see, that's another thing. I don't like this editor. It just flushes everything over to the left. So let me just undo and say to heck with it. It's serving its purpose. Now, if I just close out without saving anything, it won't save the changes anyway. There's some bugs in it that the developer needs to fix. There's some bugs in there that David needs to fix as the owner admin. Okay, now my button is showing recording. So thank you, Michael. It should show recording session on your side of the webinar. And now it's showing recording, so maybe it's just slow on the uptake and the bandwidth. So that's good. We are now recording live, and it's 7:15. So we'll try to go to at least 8:15 Central Time. It's 8:15 Eastern right now. Take it to 9:15. Try not to keep you guys up too late because Cindy's got tech support work to do, and Tracy, I'm sure he's got a lot of work to do, and Michael, anybody else that comes in. Anthony was on the noon call with us. One of the things that I pointed out, and I gave everybody the link to this site because Anthony had asked about some of those premium advertising sites. Okay. When you start, getting into advertising with PPC, paid advertising services and high performance networks like I use with Max Bounty Ad Knowledge and some of the others, and 7Search, and then some of these resources here. These, you start to get into some high dollar sources here, and some of them won't even consider, even if you had $100,000 for a high deposit, if you don't have the infrastructure in place as far as a website, and a strong contact list, they probably wouldn't let you in their network anyway. Most of them will, okay, but there's a few of them, they can be picky. This one here, I've got an account with Affili.net over in Germany, in Chittica, but I work with some foreign networks, and my German's not real good, and most of the people that I work with are multilingual, so they speak English, and they they can translate my content into proper German, because German is very strict in its structure, syntax, and grammar. Okay. We do some marketing over in Europe and in the Eurozone on some of our campaigns. Max Bounty, I was showing people today that, you know, when you start getting into single CPA products, and I'm going to show you here in just a few minutes where I am promoting some of those products. Think long term. Don't think just, you know, promoting one or two products, but promote multiple products, because if you're just trying to make enough money to pay the rent, you're going to be in the same situation next month. A good place to make immediate money is MED or any freebie network like MED, Zaz, Paradise Freebies, My Cash Freebies, Free Treasure Chest. There's some good immediate money there, okay? And those are what you would probably call a multiple vendor publisher network, like Free Treasure Chest, My Cash Freebies, because they publish multiple vendor offers inside when you get 1.0 credit. If you want to go to a single CPA, you can look at, you know, some of these things like this, you know, where they pay $3.20 a lead or $8 a lead or $10 or $12 a lead, or $100 per sale. My Internet Success Coach, for example, and you have to be approved, okay, on some of these. Some of these, they're open to all affiliates. When they come in and make an actual purchase off of your affiliate link, wherever you're advertising it, well, let's see. Turn the next 7 minutes into $12.50 a day. If they purchased this particular offer, you'd get $100 off of it. Okay, that's one channel where you can make some money if you find a particular product that you can penetrate into a niche. You want to determine your market first and find a product to fit that market. Don't just pick up anything, because this requires you to do targeted marketing and know something about keywords in PPC and pay-per-view, PPV, or you know, single vendor, single product CPA. Okay. It would require you to know a little bit about building websites. Another thing I was showing people today about my ErnestOdell.com. I took this domain that I've had since 2009, and I was basically, and I've been with these boys since 2009, okay, over at hosting-nation.com. They're a little small company up in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. They have, you know, hosting packages, they have an affiliate package, they got domains. When I first signed up with them, I was lucky to get a domain in my name, ErnestOdell.com. I really was. So I jumped on it. And I was pointing, you know, subfolders and subdirectories and subdomains in every different direction. I must have had 2 or 3 dozen different little pointers in the back office. Well, when I created the hosted account with the WordPress plugin, I could have gone Joomla or Drupal, but WordPress is probably more search engine friendly. Um, and that's why I went with WordPress. And it's, WordPress is a lot easier to work with. Um, Tyler Moore, if you search for Tyler Moore 2015 over on YouTube, you'll see he's got a new theme that he works with that he developed on Tesseract. And he's got a 2.5 hour tutorial show you how to build a beautiful website, start to finish, step by step, no step missed. Okay. He actually does have one step in there that he did miss on one of the plugins, but he made a note of it in the video replay and corrected the issue. I went with GoDaddy on some of my domains and hosting packages. On some of my other domains and hosting packages, I went with 1&1. Hosting Nation, every time I call them, somebody picks up. I've never had a call go to voicemail. I can't say that for all of them. GoDaddy's good with customer service. 1&1 is not the best customer service. They have some of their hosted call centers over in Pakistan, India, and the Philippines. And when you're working with somebody that you can't understand or they can't understand you, it's easy to see why Ernest has a lot of gray hair and he gets irritated real easy. I'm going to turn my camera on. I don't know if y'all can see me. I'm going to close my preview. But you can understand why Ernest looks like a silverback gorilla on the top. Why my hair is turning white, because I get real short on patience with some of these people that want to put me on hold and send me over to a supervisor. After about 2 or 3 times, that's when I start getting apoplectic. I'll start going ballistic sometimes and thinking, one of these days I'm going to pop an aneurysm. So usually I'm pretty well laid back. I think Michael and Cindy can tell you that I'm pretty well laid back on a lot of these issues. But
that's true.
Using this to develop and build out for the long term is very economical. Okay, and if I go to recommends, I'm working on a site for Grant Cardone. I think Michael is familiar with Grant Cardone. Grant's second in command, Jared Glant, called me up one day here at the office. And just out of the blue, he says, "Ernest." I said, "Yes." "It's Jared Glant from Grant Cardone Industries." "Oh, Ray, great. How you doing? Did Grant get those cigars I sent him?" "Yeah, he loves them." "All right. I'll have to send him some more cigars and a bottle of whiskey along with it next time." Figure out some way to send my small batch to him without, violating any postal laws. I might just have to, drive to Miami Beach or fly there and just buy some there locally. These people at the post office, ever since 9/11, they've gotten kind of funny about shipping liquids through the mail. Well, it's just whiskey, So if you see one of the drunk postal handlers, with my bottle, you'll know it didn't get delivered. uh, this, I'm going to have to do some work in here. It's a little complicated because I'm using a lot of widgets on this site. There's a learning curve, and this is why I was telling people today, okay, about learning how to use uh, YouTube as a search engine, use videos, upload videos with Screencast-O-Matic, record your group hangouts, get them plugged into YouTube. Uh, and put them into your site, plug them into your website. This, like I said, is the latest and greatest from Tyler Moore. Um, this guy's got a nice little video where he uses Tyler's theme, okay, and he just kind of compresses it down to about 9 minutes. How to make the basic framework of a website using Tyler's theme here. Whereas Tyler takes 2.5 hours to show you step by step how to use his theme. And he developed the theme, Tesseract. Beautiful theme. He's got 2 versions now. He's got a second version that he's worked on that he's hosting his site at tyler.com. So if you go to Tyler, Tyler.com, you'll see his new theme is a little darker. Um, and if you want to get rid of, his name on the plugins, this is how he makes his money. It's like $30 to get rid of the plugin, the unbranding plugin. Otherwise, the Tesseract 1 and the Tesseract 2 will have theme by Tyler Moore. Personally, I don't mind giving the boy a little advertising, because I get a lot of traffic, and I can recommend, you want to learn this stuff and you want to download the theme. Could I show the Tyler Moore YouTube? Yeah, but you wouldn't hear it, okay? Not unless I was on a different platform. GoToMeeting wouldn't allow me to do that. GoToWebinar may, and I may have to switch platforms with the same company at Citrix. I may have to change platforms. Right now, I've been using Citrix for the past 4 years, going on 5 years. $49 a month for 25 seats, $59 a month for 100 seats. If I see where my demand gets up, I'll pay the extra $10 for 100 seats. But right now, no, I couldn't play that because it's 2.5 hours, and I want to try to keep this down to an hour. If we get into some extended conversations, and I've had Michael and Anthony, they've been on some 4-hour marathons with me before. You know, if they don't fall asleep and their head doesn't hit the keyboard, start loading the buffer up, we might go, but we'll try to keep it short tonight because I'm basically going to touch base on what I covered today. You're going to have to go through a learning curve, okay? And another product that you could probably use is Traffic Black Book, okay? Traffic Black Book is a ClickBank product, and this is the top root of the author's site, okay? So, if you go to trafficblackbook.com, I'm not going to make any money on this because I told you I'm not in here to promote or, sell anything. This is just pure content, okay? Chad Hamsey is a frickin' genius. Okay, this guy's a genius. And they teach you how to build a business and use the internet from the ground up. It's a 60-day money back guarantee like all ClickBank products, but it's expensive. It's a heck of a lot cheaper than a college education, but still $197 for the first, download and $67 a month. All right. Gets expensive, whereas U.S. Home Workforce is $25 a month. These guys, Mike Kalela and Julian Farley and Nana Gilbert Bafo and some of the other people, they are, absolute geniuses that show you how to build a business and how to use it, on the internet. What to, look out for, how to build, what to avoid, paid traffic, creating a sales funnel. He calls it a sales vacuum. Maybe I should change my terminology instead of calling it a sales funnel. If you picture an oil funnel, traffic going into the top of the funnel, and then as it goes down the funnel, they convert into leads or sales, okay? And then, of course, how to do some strategic planning. If you just go in and throw a site together that has no direction, then it's going to end up looking like this free classified ad directory that I put together over on Fat Cow. MakeMoneyWithErnest.com. It's kind of a junk site, but it works. This is just a bunch of advertising resources that if somebody wanted to go over there and use, some of these advertising, bookmark it and kind of browse through. Some of these bolded items are paid or featured upgradable. Some of them are ClickBank products, so it depends how you want to run your business. And this is why you need to, look at planning, flowchart your idea. How do you want to run this business on the website? It's like this page here, okay? I could have just done it as a simple redirect, and that's what this does. When you click that image, it takes them over here to GoToMeeting, okay? Takes them over to the GoToMeeting site where we're at now. And this is helpful. So if they just wanted to, come into one place, okay, let me get it back to the root URL. I could set this up with a redirect on it. It doesn't work right, so I changed it back to just go to a simple redirect on a click. If they wanted to sign up down here and get a confirmation email, they could, but I didn't put that in the copy up here. And like I said, I can go back in here and turn this off. So I can just set it up as a simple redirect. As a matter of fact, I'll just go in here and just show you real quick how fast I can go in there and turn that comment block off. All right, go into blogs. And we'll go down here to alphabetical M. Look at Master Marketers Academy, edit the blog itself. and comments on, turn it off, say no, and save changes. And I can even change the template. Okay. Now, if I go and refresh and reload the page, you'll see the comment block has been totally removed. It's technically not removed, it's just hidden, it's not scripted in. I can change it by scripting it back in. Um, if I wanted to come in and change the template and the layout on this, I can do that too. The one thing that you cannot do in the U.S. Home Workforce is just close the tab and log out. You have to do a hard log out. Otherwise, you'll still be logged in. So you have to come down here to this button and do a hard log out. I think that's something that Michael and I learned one day. On the other systems, you could just, log out. So you want to plan your work, and then, creating your ad creatives. If you don't want to wear all the hats in your organization, get somebody on Fiverr to do your creatives and your images and your graphics. Okay. If you want to build some good landing pages, lead capture, or squeeze pages, learn how to do it properly. They can show you how to do that here. If you're not that good with it, you might farm it out to someone. Call David. He's real good at it. David Curtis. He makes some really great landing pages for Rocky over at LFK Products. Testing, tracking, and optimizing. This guy can show you how to test, track, split test, optimize your pages so that they get a lot of traffic. And, like I said, if you went full blown, downloaded for $197, $67 a month for 12 months, you would spend $1,001 for a year membership being in here, $67 a month. I don't know where anybody is teaching this in college for $1,000 a year. You'd spend $20,000, $25,000, maybe $250,000, depending on which college you go and which courses you study. Okay, I don't know where you can get the education any cheaper. My average rebill on this, because it is a ClickBank product, I average about $385 per member, but I have a lot of subscribers that buy this through my HopLink. Okay. Now, speaking of HopLinks, and I think I logged out, didn't I? Did I log out of U.S. Home Workforce? I think I did. Go over here real quick. Close Facebook. I don't need that open. Yeah, because if I hadn't logged out, it would take me back to the control panel or where I left off. So everybody still with me?
Still here.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
I hate it when the bandwidth hangs up on this thing. One of the things that I was showing at the noon session was this app review site and the App Coiner. The AppCoiner program is another ClickBank product. It's $27, where people can download and test apps, write reviews on them, and get paid. You get paid through the back door, through the back end upsell. You can do third-party reviews on it, and one of the things that I like about these review sites, and I am developing another over on ernestodell.com, I'm developing a review site with a different template. I don't like the Corsa template because it's a double wide. So what I did is I went to Tesseract for a reason, because I can create 3 or 4 columns and I can create my own customized review site, which is what you saw over on the Grant Cardone recommends folder. I'm using the Tesseract theme over there, and I will be building that out with probably a 4-column review layout. Here, with this particular system, if I was to log in to the WP admin, it's a WordPress site. The AppCoiner AppCoiner.com and Popular Reviewer are owned by the same company, the same people that own Paid Social Media Jobs and several other different little verticals. And if you're on a mobile device, you can download these apps. iPad, iPhone, you can download it from the Apple Store, or you can, on the Google Androids, you can get it from the Google Play Store. All of these apps are free, okay? There are no apps down in this back office that you have to buy, and you write reviews on them. What I do is I test them on my mobile device. I've got about 6 of these little 7-inch tablets. I've got some 10-inch tablets, and I've got some iPads and iPhones, and that's all I use them for. I've probably got about $4,000 or $5,000 tied up in tablets and iPhones and iPads just for testing. I'll set them up over here on the work table, and I can do a real quick review on about 10 different devices and 10 different applications. And then what I'll do is I'll come back to the computer here and I'll do a review. All right. This is a little off center. So what I'll do is I'll come in here and I'll say add a new review. I'll write a new review, and you can even clone some reviews in here if you want to. You can set the rating on it. Your tags are pretty much run through the developer block and the app platform. If you have an Apple App Store button link, you can put it in there. Google Play button link, you can put that in there. You don't need to do anything on this because most of this is pretty much taken care of automatically. If you're doing something from the database, okay? If you're actually reviewing a product from this database, there's thousands of applications that you can test, you can download, write a review. They don't pay you directly. AppCoiner and Popular Reviewer do not pay you directly. When you get set up on AppCoiner, what you're going to do, they're going to take you step 1, step 2, step 3 to set up your ClickBank after you get your product. Where is my AppCoiner? Let's go in here and say appcoiner.com. And their back office is also a WordPress template. Now, while that is spinning, go back over here and click on My Sites. When you set this up, when you register, they change your last name to something else to protect your identity. So it won't be ernestodell.popularreviewer.com. It'll be Ernest Evans. Okay. Go back to my dashboard. You can visit the site there. You can see your media. You can upload media. You can create a library of uploaded images or PDFs and link to them, or YouTube videos. Okay, so if I go to app reviews, and let's say I did a video on Scripts for Less, and I do have one. Okay. I could come over here to YouTube because the Scripts for Less page that I put up on the review serves twofold. Basically it's a review of the prescription pharmacy card, and it's also a recruitment site. Okay, so that's not the channel that I'm wanting. I think it's my other channel. No, that's the top level. So let me log in. Get logged in. I'll find it over here in a minute. The only thing you need when you plug in trying to get rid of this. Get to the login. There. It's basically set up on a WordPress. You just don't see the WordPress controls. Okay. But they take you through step 1, step 2, step 3. Set up your app review website, test apps, and write reviews and get paid. You get paid when people actually sign up and download something off of the site, because they will have you create a ClickBank account if you don't already have one. This is how you get paid. It's through ClickBank, and ClickBank mails you the checks, just like any other Click. It's just a different way of promoting some of the ClickBank stuff. Maybe they should change the name from ClickBank to ClickBait. And I don't say that in a complimentary manner, but there are some advantages to using the app review site, and it's because you can do third-party reviews like I did with some of these Max Bounty CPAs. I did one on the X500 G2 Asus computer. Okay, or no, that was the GTAC. I got to change the link in the title on this because GTACs are not one of my suppliers anymore. Let's go over here and sign in, and let's see if I can't find my video for Scripts for Less over here in my back office. I think my mouse had a direction because it saw the wardrobe fail over here. Creator Studio. Well, the bandwidth is slow tonight. All right. Well, let's do this. Come over here. Put that on hold. And I'm doing a review on the App Coiner. Okay, so let me go up here and find the get paid to download and test. Edit. And I think I already have a video in there. Yeah, see, it's already here. Basically, all you have to do to plug in a video is go over here and get just the last numbers and letters after the equal sign. So if you come over here and grab the share, you would grab everything, copy that whole link, but when you go to plug it in, you would go add media, insert from URL, insert into post. That would put a link, so I don't want to do that. That's not what I'm trying to accomplish. Here it is, YouTube video. You got to use the widget. Use the YouTube widget, and then I paste the whole link in there, and then I come down here to the / after the YouTube and just plug in the ID of the video, insert, and it automatically puts in the BD_YouTube ID equals right there. Okay, and then I just save it and update it. Okay, so if I wanted to look at that website and view the post, you can do a preview on that post and see what it's going to look like. Now you can put in an autoplay. Personally, I think some of the autoplays are a bit annoying. Okay, but let's say somebody came to this review and they're looking at this and they want to click that, then it's going to play the YouTube video that I did on it. Okay, so this is one of the reasons why I suggest, if you get into doing reviews to promote your business, plug in your YouTube videos. In the U.S. Home Workforce, you can plug in the whole share. Okay. With WordPress, you just need to put the ID. Okay. So let me go back over here and log out. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I had a video on a different channel here. I haven't gotten them all cookied in. I think it was over here on ernestodell.com or ernest.odell@gmail. Okay. Do I want that in there? Shit. I'll do this later. I thought I had already done this earlier. I wouldn't have to mess with it. Okay, get up here. Open up my studio. And this should show me all the videos that I've uploaded here on this channel. There it is, Scripts for Less. Okay. Okay. Now I'll come in here. This is like 5 minutes, so I'm going to put that on hold. Grab my share. Okay. Grab this, copy. Come back over here. Back to the dashboard. App reviews. The thing about app reviews or review sites is they get real good ranking, and I'll tell you why. Is I got on one of these Max Bounty sites one day. It was like one of those payday loan things for getting some extra money for Christmas or something. I didn't even advertise it, okay? It was just like I got 8 sign-ups in 5 hours, 4 of them completed, and they paid $100 a piece. And I didn't even put it out there. I didn't put it out. It automatically got pinged because these sites are automatically pinged into the pingers. It went to the blog directories, and it hit, and people just happened to be searching on the terms that I had tagged in, so I got stupid lucky, all right? If that makes any sense. I really got stupid lucky on that one. And I thought, well, maybe I should, advertise this. Maybe I need to, put it out there. Okay, so let's find Scripts for Less. Okay. That's the one I put this up today. Okay. So let's go in there and edit. All right. And go up here to the top. And plug in YouTube. Come down here, take that out and leave the ID, insert and update. Okay, and view post. I'm probably going to have to clean that up because it's all right. Yeah, I'll probably have to give it a line break. But here you go. I just plugged in my video review. Now, you can always come back here and do an edit and put in the link for this site into your YouTube video, since this is going over to your YouTube video, they could click on that. But let's go back over here real quick. And these get real good ranking. Not that Scripts for Less, the site, is going to make me a lot of money unless, you know, somebody signed up under me and actually promoted the website. So let's update this and save it again. Okay. And I don't want to do that. Cancel. Let's get a short link. Okay. Copy. Come over here and test it. Want to make sure this goes over to that popular reviewer discount pharmacy card program review. Okay. All right. So this works. All right. Now I'll close that, come back over here and go back to Video Manager. And come in here and edit this right here. Now I got another one for social media managers I can put in there. Come down to here in the description. All right, save. So if somebody happens to be over here watching this, all right, saved. And let's go up here and log out. Over here, view post. You know, if you're watching a video on any site and it's linked to a YouTube video, I've got this goes over to my Scripts for Less site, and if you're on a YouTube video like this and you click on it and it starts playing, you can put it on hold. But click on the icon, it'll take you off page over to the YouTube site in the video. And if they wanted to come in here and, you know, show more and see, you know, the review, if they just happen to find it based on keywords, they could click on that and it would take them back to the review site, all right, from YouTube. So it's kind of a circular argument, you know, where they can watch it on the review site or they can catch it over on YouTube and bring them back to the review site. Now, here's the nice thing I like about this AppCoiner and the popular reviewer, all right, is one time $27, 60-day money-back guarantee if you can't figure it out. I had one lady that just could not figure this out. And I told her, well, you know, as a matter of fact, before she even bought it, I tried to tell her 2 or 3 times, you know, I tried to unsell her because I could tell, you know, Michael, you've worked with me long enough to know when you talk to somebody, you know that they're not going to get it. Anthony, you've been on the phone with me, and you can tell when you talk to your people. There are some people that just can't quite grasp the concept, and that's okay. If it's just over their head, that's fine. It's over their head. I tried to unsell her several times. Well, she went and bought it anyway, and she worked with it 2 or 3 weeks. She finally went back and got a refund. And I told her, I said, if you can't do it, get a refund. This is not a do-all, end-all. This is just one thing. But you can do reviews because reviews get a lot of traffic. And like I said, one of the reviews I did was just on that payday loan for Christmas money. And they found it based on raw organic search. I wasn't even advertising it. It just keyed in and they found it. These people were looking for, extra money for Christmas and, payday loans, and they just happened to come up because this gets good ranking. The popularreviewer.com gets good ranking. And because I had the keywords right and the content right, it just, it came up, it worked. So, I'm not going to argue about, 8 signups and 4 completions paying $400 a piece in 5 hours. I've already gotten a check on it, and I'm not going to send the money back. And it was a Max Bounty product. Okay. Some of the products that I promote on this site is, computers, tablets, U.S. Home Workforce. I'm going to be doing some reviews on MED, Zaz, Free Treasure Chest, My Cash Freebies, Paradise Freebies. If you did one review a day and you put a video with it, because see, this is where I was getting a lot of my signups before I got kicked out of the groups. I didn't get kicked out of Instant Rewards, but I was getting a lot of signups off of YouTube videos. And as a matter of fact, I think it was I can't remember if that's how Michael found me, but I think this is one of the things that I think it was Anthony. You found me through a YouTube video. And you can get a lot of signups like that. You'll get a lot of traffic if you dovetail and couple review sites together with a video. Okay. You'll get that traction because YouTube is like the number 2 search engine because it's owned by Google. You just have to have a Gmail account to set up a YouTube account. Don't spam YouTube, just like you wouldn't spam Google, with keyword stuffing. They will shut you down. Okay. I attracted some haters who flagged all my ads on a couple of my channels, but it wasn't because of stuffing. I know not to stuff the description. If you saw when I was over on YouTube, you saw I had very little description content in my YouTube videos. Because if it's based on a good title, people will find it. Okay. And if you can do the same title along with your review and the video where they're linked together on the same title, all the better. So think long term, build out, use a variety of tools. U.S. Home Workforce probably has the best set of tools all in one place. But if you branch out and go with something like this, like a review site with the AppCoiner Popular Reviewer, they're going to have you set up your ClickBank account first, because all the ads, all right, that are keyed on this site, and I'm going to go ahead and log out. All the ads that are keyed on this site are going to be plugged in with your Hoplink. Okay, if you know anything about ClickBank, it works on Hoplink. That's your ID. So it's like this right here. Okay, this little banner ad that they've spawned in there. If you click on it, pops up DMS Group. Okay, DMS Group Androider. Okay, App Dev Empire Hoplink equals DMS Group. This is one of those developed apps for Androids. They've got other products in there where you can develop applications for iPads or iPhones. If they sign up for this, it's keyed with your Hoplink in there, so you get credit for any of the sales. Here's a review I did yesterday on NetSpend. I'm going to do one later on Brinks. I probably put too many keywords in there. I can probably take some out. This is an example of, probably a little over aggressive use of keywords, or call it stuffing. Call it keyword stuffing. I can hear you laughing back there.
Hey, mind if I chime in just a little bit to ask a question here?
You go right ahead.
This is Tracy. I just wanted to ask,
Yeah.
when you're doing a review, just say in general, say you're doing a review of a bunch of different businesses that you've tried out, and you're maybe doing a scam alert review or something like that. Do you just stick strictly on topic with that and then not do anything about plugging your business? Because to me, for some reason, sometimes it seems like you get a lot of haters out there that whether they've tried something or not, they're still just, because they're plugging away at their business. And you know what I mean, trying to push it to you.
Yeah.
I think what I wanted to ask was,
that's how a lot of reviews end up. They end up really nothing more than a fancy advertorial. Okay.
Right.
It's like this Medicare Plans Now. All right. So if I clicked on that, that's a Max Bounty product. It's written like a review. Okay. Not a whole lot of content there. You want to make sure that your review's got about anywhere from 250 to 500 words. Not much more than 800. Some of my reviews have a lot. Okay, a lot more than 1,000, 2,000. But, this is not really a review. It's more like a short advertorial.
right.
You could write a review on it, because on this particular product, for example, when people get into the baby boomers, they're starting to retire, they're going to look for healthcare providers, Medicare plans, Medicare providers, MedicarePlansNow.org. They can see that. They can click on the link or the image, and the way I've got this set up, I could take it directly over to the Max Bounty product, or I could take it like I've done here. I can go back and edit this. I can change the link in there to take it straight over to the Max Bounty link.
Right.
Here, what I did is I iframed everything in. I took the code from the Max Bounty Creative, and I iframed everything in, so you could put the zip code, get the quotes, and they can find providers in your zip code. Basically, what I did is I just, like I said, I iframed everything in, and I turned the comment block off. I got this full width without any banners on the sides. I don't think it has anything except for down here at the bottom. Learn more about the blogging system, starting at $19.95 for average price, $29 or $24.95 for the Pro. on the free side. You know, I might get a few leads off of that, but I iframed it because I was testing the use of iframing my content and just plugging it in and let it run. I may kill this link over here and just put the direct link over to the Max Bounty product. It's like here, okay, on this review. Could I, you know, put in some commentary? Yeah, I could. I could put in my own commentary and my thoughts and my review, my opinions. But you know, I just basically what I did is I scraped their site and plugged it in, okay, because they had a lot of commentary there, okay. How will I know if my loan is approved? How will I receive my cash? Blah, blah, blah. You know, and they can kind of do their own review. If they click on this link, it's going to take them over to the Max Bounty site. When they get over to the Cash for Holidays Max Bounty site, then they can fill it out and see if it's eligible in their state. Because not all states will allow payday loans. I think Montana, Wyoming, North and South Nebraska, you know, North and South Dakota, Nebraska, I think, don't allow some of these. You know, you can check, you know, first name, last name, email address, zip code, active military, yes, no, home phone, check, you know, how much you want to borrow, how do you get paid, you're employed, government benefits, self-employed, no credit check, bad credit, no problem, you know, they depend on, you know, interest rates. The thing is, when I plug this in on that particular ad, this a different, okay, close that. This one, okay, goes over directly to the Max Bounty. All right, same layout, but a different company, Cash Advance. It's still a payday loan, okay, and they both pay like $100 a piece. I haven't really gotten anything off of this, but I did off of that other one on the Cash for the Holidays. It's probably best if you do put in a link on these app reviews, take them straight over to the site, because if you make them jump more than once or twice on two different landing pages, they might not sign up. But the nice thing about this is this right here is keyed with my hop link. The newsletter is keyed with my hop link. All the other reviews are keyed with my hop links. If they want to search on the reviews by category, okay, it's going to pull up everything on my site, everything keyed with my hop link. Even if they go over and let's say they do look at this review I wrote on NetSpend. This is the one where I stuffed a lot of keywords in there. You know, I wrote it kind of like my sales page. It's not really a review technically. Learn how to make $20 over and over giving away free NetSpend debit cards. You know, they can click on that. It'll take them over to the NetSpend sign-up site. Here, they can just download a free copy of the report that I wrote that basically has this same information in it, because all I did is I took the Word document before I exported it, copied all the crap off of it, stuck it in here, you know, and just threw it up there. And, you know, I've gotten a few new sign-ups from it. I wasn't even advertising it. It's just, I don't know, some people, they look for this, okay? But it is kind of written, you know, with some review opinions. The benefits of debit card payments, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, you you want to write some opinion, and a review. And you can write like Ethan Vanderbilt. You can write on some of these things, and do a comparative review and say, you know, don't buy this without seeing this review.
Right.
And
that's kind of what we were thinking about.
well, see, here's something else too. A lot of people they start using that word scam in their titles, and they're not really saying that it's a scam. That's what we call title bait or clickbait.
Right. Yeah.
It draws you in. It's a little deceptive and misleading, and some people don't like that. So this is why I try to avoid the word scam. Let me give you an example. This email processing system, EPS, you've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote a review on it. I let people make up their own mind. Can you make money on a scam? Yeah. Is it legitimate? As far as the law is concerned, yes. But, it's kind of shady at best. Can you make money processing emails, $25 or $5 at a pop, Yeah, yes and no. But, it still kind of comes across scammy.
No, I understand.
They meet the legalities as far as the law is concerned because they have given you something for your money. And the terms on a lot of these sites, what do they say? All sales final.
Exactly.
So, you kind of know up front, So if you take a hit for $25, then all you got to do is just turn around and look at your whiteboard and write up there, BOHICA. You know what that means? Bohica. Bend over, here it comes again.
Yeah.
That's, you fell for it, okay? You spent $25, somebody made, but see, these are not long-term solutions, guys. I get, and I do reviews on these things, and I even paid the $25 just to see how it works because I figured, this is what it was. This is how it worked. Okay. So what you do is you re-promote this like it was some kind of MLM or pyramid or a Ponzi scheme to try to get your money back. It's still a piece of crap, if you want to call it crap or scam, whatever. It's not long-term solution. It's not long-term. You know what long-term is? And I showed this today on the 12 o'clock session. Can you see these cards? Can everybody see these cards? That's the Scripts for Less. That's the Scripts for Less discount pharmacy cards. I make anywhere from $1 to $2 per prescription filled with those. If I have 1,000 of them out, half of them are being used, I'm making at least $500. Okay. It paid for the cards. $44.95 for 1,000, $99.95 for 5,000. I pay for these when I give them to the doctors. I got to the point where I don't even ask for permission. Can I send you some? Because it's hard. It's hard to give away stuff. I think it would be easier to sell 1,000 of these to the doctors because they're going to spend $50 at the print shop for business cards. These cost $44.95 for 1,000. I think it would be easier to sell these cards to the doctors than it is to give it to them. But what I've done in some cases, I'll just go ahead and I'll get them printed up because I've got their information. I've already verified their location, the phone number works, their address, got all that verified. I just get them printed up. And when I get them here, they shipped, 2 weeks later. I carry them over to the doctor's office and I'll drop them off here. Here's some custom appointment cards with a nice little discount pharmacy card on the front. The card doesn't pay them anything, but they do get goodwill off of it when they give it to their customers, their patients, or their customers. and the patients say, oh, he's taking care of me. I can get up to 85% discount with this, you know. Well, what do if you can sign up one doctor a week or one doctor a day, Monday through Friday, and take weekends off? You can end up with 50 to 250 doctors a year. And if they're going through 1,000 cards a month, they're passing out a lot of cards. Some of those cards are going to get used. And I would say if 10% of them or half of them got used, you can potentially make $50,000 to $250,000 a month. I didn't say per year. I said per month. I did not misspeak. You can potentially make $50,000 to $250,000 per month. Okay, using these cards. You know, I can afford to give $50. It's like pulling a $50 bill out of my wallet and handing it to the doctor. Okay. But what he gets out of it is goodwill, because the patient is going to say, you know, I'm having a tough time, you know, paying for my scripts. And the doctor is helping me out. My doctor is so nice. He's taking care of me. He's really looking after me. You know, if I wasn't so fat and overweight, I wouldn't be here in the first place. But they don't think that way, okay? It's kind of like going into Walmart and seeing these great, big, huge people, I mean, bigger than me, on these little electric shopping carts. I'm thinking, they're not crippled. They're obese. The carts are not made for obese people. They're just made for handicapped people. You know, people that cannot, you know, make it around ambulatory through the store. And you got all these people who should be off of their fat ass walking some of that weight off instead of riding around and wearing the machinery out. But that's a rabbit trail. But here you can, you know, look at something that can go long term and then use a site like this to build with, or a site like US Home Workforce, or get your own domain and host it with HostGator or with One-on-One or with GoDaddy or Hosting Nation, whatever. You're going to have to go through a learning curve, okay? You know, if you're just looking for something immediate, you can do that with freebies and you can make some immediate money, but there's no residual factor there, okay? And you're going to have to come back next month because you got rent due next month and light bills, and you're going to have to do it all over again, okay? So, you know, you got to think long term. And where are you going to be a year from now, 5 or 10 years? You know what I like about the Scripts for Less program? It's all direct deposit into my bank account. Got it written into my will from a beneficiary that if anything ever happened to me, you know, here's how they would get into these accounts, login ID, passwords, and everything. And here's how they can get into the bank account, you know, because it would all be there in the will and the codicils. I've basically set them up with, you know, an income. Life insurance will pay some of the bills, you know, might get you buried, you know, in a decent manner. You know, good life insurance or a burial policy might get you buried in something, you know, a little bit better than an urn or a cardboard box, okay? Or ground up and baked and put me in the kitty litter box or something, you know. You feel like you're being crapped on all your life, you know. What's another go around with kitty, you know? So, You know, we have a lot of fun on these webinars. Uh, but if I left, you know, my my wife and family, you know, destitute, which happens all too often, and I've been the main protector and provider, you know, for their past 20, 30, 50 years. You know, and it's sad because a lot of people do end up with nothing, and they look into, you know, life insurance, and that pays for a little bit, but it really doesn't set them, you know, on financial stability. With this, you know, depending on your business model, you might make enough residual income each month to live comfortably, and your family could live comfortably if you weren't there. With another business model like Scriptureless, you can get out there and do the hustle and sign up, you know, 50, 250 doctors a year, do this 2 or 3 years in a row. It's feasible, okay, to make $500,000 to $1 million a month with this, you know. And if you've got $1 million a month coming in, like oil well royalties, $12 million a year. I know some oil people out here, you know, making $12 million a month, okay. They're already multi-billionaires because they've been doing this for 20, 30, 40 years. Uh, you know, you're not going to make oil well royalties with the business, but, you know, if you made $10, $12 million a year after putting in a good solid 2 or 3 years work building up your your clientele. I still call my doctor's clients, even though I didn't sell them anything. And like I said, maybe I should sell these, but I give them away, okay? And they use them. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try this sales tactic. Say I can order you 1,000 of these for $50, or 5,000 for $100. And they're going to say, I can get 5 times as many cards for twice as much as 1,000 cards. Yeah, go ahead. I said, I'll bring them, deliver them. They'll be custom designed, have your name, contact info, and everything on them. And it'll have the discount program card on the back. And I'll just collect when I deliver them. Collect on delivery, COD. They love that. You know, I might try that, see how it works. If you do that once a week or even once a month, hell, if you did it just one doctor a month, some people don't have $50 and $100 to give away. Okay. If the sale factor comes in, you can write an invoice for those cards. You know, they might pay you for them. They're already spending money for business cards. Okay, I might try that, see how it works, and I'll let you know. But the key is, you know, getting long term and finding the right market niche to do this. You might do it with, you know, My Cash Freebies, Zaz, MED. You might do it with Paradise Freebies. You do it over and over because it's not residual. You've got to constantly be bringing new people in, and you know you might spend a lot of time on the phone, okay? Because people don't understand the business model. They don't understand the model itself. You know, the advertising model. This is not all that hard to do. When you look at products to review, if you want to develop your own review site with a WordPress theme, you're going to have more work involved. Here, what I like about app reviews over on the popularreviewer.com site, it's all set up. It's all set up for you to do your reviews. I paid for this. I don't even want my money back. It's worth $27. You know, I've already made more than $27 back, you know, on these reviews because everything is linked back through ClickBank. I get my ClickBank report and checks in the mail. Uh, I say, oh man, you know, it's like this one here, this little Apple. Apple forgot your iPad manual. Uh, find out what your iPad is really capable of. You know, go over there and watch a video on the Tutor iPad, Apple Video Hub, and there's my Click Hop link. It's $49.99. Probably pays out about a 50% commission. I'll probably make about $25 off of that. Okay. You'd be surprised at a lot of, you know, people that will buy something like this and they'll download it on their iPad or their computer. iPad 101 for seniors. I've seen a lot of seniors, you know, getting iPads and using them to surf the internet and read with. Now, my mom, she's almost blind. She can't hardly see a computer, much less an iPad, a 10-inch screen. So I have to do a lot of the stuff on the internet for her, like chef's catalog and ordering stuff for her that she wants to buy. She can look at things, but she has to get real close to the screen because she's got cataracts and she's going to have cataract surgery here in a few months. They can't do it right now. And then she'll be able to see again. But right now, she's not able to drive and she's not able to see a lot of stuff. So, you know, something like this probably wouldn't do her any good. But I see a lot of seniors who are early adopters of new technology, and they're getting into this. So your baby boomer market is there. Anything that you sign up for over here, and somebody buys and downloads, if they upgrade even on the Pandora, I think you make a little bit off of that because it's a membership site, $5 a month, $4.95 a month. I did a review on Meet Beautiful Women. It's, you know, for lonely guys, you know, want a Russian bride. You know, it's like mail order brides. This is another Max Bounty. And this is just something that I was testing. Okay. I wrote a review on it. I just basically cobbled the content off of their site and plugged it in. That's how easy it was to do a review on this, you know, and they can, you know, go over there and watch a review. They can watch the video. They click on it. They go over to the site. They sign up. It's kind of like signing up on these dating sites. To be frank with you, this girl does not look like a Russian. Most Russian women I've met, even the pretty ones, don't look this good. But, you know, everything is keyed back, and that's how you make your money with it. They don't pay you directly. You get paid through ClickBank. Took me a while to figure that out, okay? But you can do third-party reviews. This is what I like about review sites. Viral Atom is another review site that Jody Ozark and Parita Burris own. And they're working on. They're reformatting the whole layout. It's a great review site, and Jody, I think she's got her recipes and videos, and her cookbooks and things up there. And I think they're going to be plugging in a folder for classified ads on one of their folders, like viralatom.com/classifieds. I don't think it's set up yet. I'm going to help them set it up. There's another monetized folder, that they could basically make some money off of. But on their reviews, they can do reviews. Yeah, this site is good, and I'll do reviews on stuff like U.S. Home Workforce in comparison to other systems. Whereas versus paying out $600 a month for all the pieces of the puzzle to put together a system, somebody could go with U.S. Home Workforce for $24.95 a month. But if all you wanted to do was just reviews, then one time $27, one-off payment $27, and you got popularreviewer.com through AppCoiner, and just start writing reviews, and every time somebody buys something through one of your links, you get paid. And that's why I log in every day over on ClickBank and check my stats and check my sales. And it shows you each one, if you sold AppCoiner or if you sold something else, another ClickBank product. So, any questions? Michael Murray used to do comparative reviews, and then he would, follow up at the end with U.S. Home Workforce after he did a review of somebody else's product. And there's tons of products out there that you can do reviews on. You can review their products. You can look at it up front and write a review on it and keep it under 15 minutes max. If you can keep a good short review down to 3 to 5 minutes, all the better. The shorter the better, because people have a short attention span. Right now we're going on 2 hours, an hour and 45 minutes now. You don't want to make a real long review like this, not like a webinar. This is not a review. But 2016 is going to be the year that you're going to have to get out of this make a quick buck mindset. You can make some immediate money with your freebies, okay, and use that as your seed money. You can use NetSpend or anything else, but you're going to have to start thinking ahead. And this is one of the reasons why when I got signed up with this, I saw the potential to go long term with this, okay. And if I can't give them away, maybe I can sell them, but I said I'm going to figure out a way to get these into at least 1,000 doctors' offices, okay? And that's the potential of 4 years' work and $1 million a month. That's the potential of, what this could generate. So, and I've got a few people that have signed up under me, and I do the training on this. We just do it on a different day. I think it's Wednesday. That's when I do this. So, how long did it take me to recoup my $27 on the AppCoiner popular reviewer site? Took me about 4-6 weeks before I started seeing my sales coming in off of it. They give you 60 days. If you can't figure it out in 60 days, get your money back. Me, I'm hard-headed. If I couldn't figure it out, I'm going to beat my head up against the computer monitor and the case and the keyboard and slam the mouse up against my head. I'm going to figure out some way to figure this out. Because, I'm not the brightest bulb in a value pack. Okay? I know a lot of people think I am, but I'm not. But it took me about 4 to 6 weeks to just constantly plugging one or two here and there before I start seeing some sales. But if you could do one review a day, I mean, I would have more reviews up there. I only have like a dozen of them in there. And I've been at this for about 2 months, a little over 2 months. And like I said, it was just last week, in the past 2 weeks, that I made that real big sale off of one of those reviews on that holiday cash. And I wasn't even advertising it. Okay, it just got picked up on a raw search. So, like I said, that was stupid lucky on my part. But I recouped my $27 with $400 there, and I've made other sales here and there. But it's the volume. Okay, it's the volume of sales if you can write the keywords right and find a product where there's a market. Health and beauty, health and fitness is a real good market. All right. Payday loans, yeah, around Christmas time, that was a good market. Pandora radio, I suppose, I mean, that's kind of a novelty item, if somebody says, well, I'm looking for Pandora radio or smartphone radio apps, and they just happen to find my review on it. Fine, I'll make some money on it. If they want, how to create Android programs or how to use your iPad because I didn't get a, owner's manual, or where do I find beautiful Russian women? Okay, I don't have, here I put in mail order Brian. Okay, I don't have a whole lot of keywords in there, so it's not getting a lot of traffic. I certainly didn't stuff it. Okay, you can always go back and edit and do a quick edit and edit and add more keywords into something, but figure out what people are looking for. Okay, and some of the cookbook apps. Cooking, if you go over to search Google, okay, for, let's say, recipe keywords. People are going to search for recipes, and they go in, and let's say they do a search for sourdough bread, baguette, French bread. It'll come up with a selection of sites, okay? See, recipe keywords. All recipes keywords, okay? Let's open this up. All recipes is a good site for recipes and cooks. I get a lot of recipes over there because but here it's like the word for recipes, 673,000 search in a month, so they get a lot of searches. And the biggest site is All Recipes, where those keywords usually come into. Let's do, for example, cookbook keywords. Okay, somebody's looking for cookbooks. Best Google keywords for your recipes, about recipes, most cookbook, list categories. Food Blogger Central, how to use Google AdWords. Take a look at this. It's another tool I'm going to show you for searching keywords. If you want to get into writing good articles and you need some good keywords. Okay, best Google keywords for your recipes. Um, you can use Google AdWords. Google AdWords has changed up their tools. I don't use Google AdWords and AdSense too much. Um, Let me go over here to 7Search. They got a tool over there. I'll give you the link if y'all want the link. You can bookmark this link. Where? There it is. Okay. I'm going to copy URL and click and go there. So let me give you guys the link here. Okay. Now, Anthony asked a question, how long did it take for me to recoup my 27 bucks? Just to kind of give you an idea of how much money I spent, I think Anthony needs to ask me how long did it take me to recoup $3,000 that I made on a recent investment of software system tool. I have yet to recoup it. Okay. That's the nature of business, and that's the name of the game. It might take you 6 months to recoup it. It might take you a year. I was lucky, that I got $27. But I did know this. When I bought this site, if it was my last $27, I would have done it. So I want to put that into proper perspective for Anthony's benefit and for everybody else, that had that been my last $27, knowing how this works, I said, yeah, I would have spent my last $27 on this because I know what I can do with it. Now, the lady that got her money back, she never could figure it out. She just went and got a refund. And I even got on one-on-one and trying to show her and have her use it. Well, of course, it wasn't long before they took her site down. When she got her money back, they do cancel your account. Let's say cookbooks, okay, and get some suggestions off a 7Search tool. I'm not going to show click and cost estimates. I'm just going to get the suggestions. It's populating results. It'll come up in a minute. When it starts spinning clockwise, here it is, okay? So the Cookbook Chronicle, 4,100 searches per month, shows you the top bid. Here's Cookbook, 4,000 searches per month, okay? And I usually, what I do is I'll take something like the top 10. I'll take like the top 10 keywords, copy that, put it into a text file, okay? And then I'll come in here and I'll take out all the trash, all right? And I'll just keep doing that until I remove all the garbage that I don't want. I just want the long tail keywords. And I'll set up a string and then I'll plug them into my campaign. Okay. And like I said, I'll get like the top 10, top 12, top 50, depending on what I can get away with. All right. And I'll plug those in. So I say recipes. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because cookbooks and recipes, okay, do get some fairly good ranking. Uh, they get, look here, recipe, 1,370,660 searches per month. It's got a high bid on it, but you know what? Some of these keywords, they might be low visibility, uh, and you'll still get hits on them. You'll get hits on low visibility. You'll get hits on some high visibility. Somebody might even outbid you, and you'll still get hits on it. Okay, so there's no guarantee that you're not going to get hits on some of these keywords, and there's no guarantee that you are going to get hits. Okay, so I use all of them as I can. I go through and I look for like recipe, healthy recipes, easy healthy recipes, soup recipes, casserole recipes, uh, not so much quiche, diabetic recipes, healthy oatmeal recipes for weight loss, health and fitness recipes. You know, and I kind of mix them up into long tail, short tail, plug them into a recipe review site. Uh, in this app, in this popular reviewer in the back office, um, I don't know if you can search um, by title or category. I wish they did. I think you just have to kind of scroll through them. Put that on autoplay. I want it to go faster. A lot of these are games, and you know, the young crowd, the millennials, they love games, and some of them are paid for. Um, some of them, Clash of Clans, uh, that's a big one. Go Pogo, Lyrico, Enemy Strike, uh, Boxing Creed, Sultan of Towers, Minecraft is in here, uh, Watergate Zombie Tsunami, Criminal Case, Maze Forever, Snapchat. Here's one, All the Cook's Recipes. I signed up for this. I get a newsletter email from them every day. Okay. I tested the app. I haven't written a review on it, but I could go in here and write a review straight from here. Okay. Come in here, write your review. It's supposed to pop up. All right, now it's starting to turn. And what it's going to do when I find the review after I reviewed it, and I click on write your review, it's going to come up here and it's going to populate everything for me. All right. It's going to put at least a 4.5 rating on it. You can change it and scroll it up to 4.5, 5. Come down, bring it down to 4. It's going to plug in the featured image, and all the other tags that you saw on that blank review, it's already got that populated in, so you don't have to mess with it. You can copy it over to a new draft if you want to clone this review. All the Cook's Recipes, you can change the title and put a pipe on it and call it review. And then grab that, delete it, and start writing your review. And if I was to open up my email, I'd get my All the Cook's Recipes emails. I'd go back to allthecooks.com, right? Allthecooks.com. And this is free. Now, If they upgrade, then you make something off of it. But what I like about it is putting all these third-party reviews. Okay, so here I got my recipe keywords. Now I'm going to go over to allthecooks.com. Now, allthecooks.com is redirecting over to CookPad. And they got pictures and recipes, and what I might do is open up a link and see what they have for content. 556 simple and delicious recipes for healthy dinners recipes. So, here, if I was to write a review on this, I'd probably have to put my thinking cap on and just kind of write something from, my own opinions. Could I whip out an article in about 15 minutes? Yeah, but I don't have time for it, neither do you. It could be done, and if they went to an upgraded account membership of some sort with this, then you could probably make some money off of that. You're not going to make a whole lot of money off of these you're not going to make a whole lot of money off of these little reviews. You can get a lot of them, get a lot of traffic to your review site and make some money. But nothing is going to make you a millionaire, even these little $100 third-party MaxBuddy sites. It's nice, make $400 in 5 hours. That's $80 an hour. So, you can make some money at it. You're just not going to get filthy rich overnight. This is why I go with a lot of third-party reviews, because I'm thinking long-term, especially on, like, the Scripts for Less, okay? I'm going to trash this because it's just a draft, and it'll show up on my feed. I don't think I saved it. It just automatically saved it. Okay. And I'm going to empty the trash. Delete permanently. I got 17 reviews in there so far. So that's basically what I use this site for. I really don't do a whole lot of game reviews or app reviews on the popular reviewer AppCoiner system. I do a lot of third-party reviews because I like the review layout, and they've been in business long enough to get good Alexa rankings, so I don't have to build up the rank and traffic. It's already got rank and traffic. It's just that not everybody is doing the same reviews that I'm doing. Okay? Everybody else that's doing the AppCoiner popular reviewer, they're probably doing apps and game reviews. Okay? Where I've gone off is I've done something a little bit different than what they're doing. Is I've done the reviews like on the dating site, on the the payday loan site. I'll do one on all the cooks recipes, cookbooks and recipes, because I'm going to grab these keywords and I'm going to plug them into the tag section, because I'm going to get generic traffic and I don't have to pay for it. And that's the nice thing about using these keyword tools. So I send you the link to the keyword tool. If you decide to do anything like this, you'll have the link to come over here and, do some keyword research. And it's free. And it's a lot better, a lot easier to use than Google AdSense. The Google AdSense keyword tool, I can't even figure it out, because ever since they took the old tool away and they put that new tool in, I just threw my hands up. Google has made so much more complicated. Even in the YouTube, okay, in the back office of YouTube, we used to do Hangouts, just click and go. Now you got to have third-party codec software plugged in, and Cindy can tell you about this. You got to have third-party codec software plugged in to do live stream. You can't do the old Hangout format anymore.
It sucks.
And it really does. It sucks, and I just want to pull my hair out. So I don't even use those Hangouts. I use this. I use GoToMeeting and Screencast-O-Matic to do the solo tutorials. That's it. So I hope this has helped you guys think outside the box. And if you like, we'll get together next Saturday, same time, same channel. Okay?
Ready.
I'll say goodnight to everybody.
Later.
Thank you, Ernest.
Katrin, thank you. Tracy, Anthony, I think, yeah, he's still here. Cindy, and Michael, he had to leave early. So we'll see y'all next week.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, good night.